Hello everyone, Allie here, and welcome to the Gold Mine. Thank you so much for joining me here on another episode at Allie's Treasure Trove. Before we go ahead and get started with our newest unboxing and review video, just want to mention that I am a bit sick here today, so if I sound weird or anything with me is a little bit off, that is why. Just want to go ahead and mention it because to me, I sound super odd when I hear myself talk. I think in the other video I recorded for the main channel today, listening back to it, I sounded pretty normal. But for me, it sounds completely off. So just want to mention it in case you guys are like, Allie, something's a little bit weird. That's just what it is. But I am very excited to show to you guys this brand new Kotobukiya figure from the Pokemon Center. This went on sale a week ago from today when you guys are watching, if you're watching on upload day. And I saw it, I was like, oh my goodness, this ARCEUS is super sick. Pokemon Center exclusive statue from Kotobukiya. And I ordered it immediately on Tuesday, and it arrived on Thursday. So it came in super quick, and I'm excited to go ahead and unbox it, check it out for you guys here. I do believe it is still in stock. I will put a link to this listing in the comments down below, or not comments, description rather. If you guys want to go ahead and check it out, perhaps grab your own from the Pokemon Center website. Like I said, I do believe it's still in stock as of the time that I am recording this, so Monday night. But yes, I went ahead and I did away with our corner just because I don't think we will be looking from the top-down view. I think this is going to be a bit large. So first things first, let me take this out of the plastic. We'll take a look at the different sides of the box, and we'll go ahead and crack this on open. Curious if any assembly will be required or not. Look, there is a warning here about plastic bags can be dangerous. Please do not put them on your head. Keep away from babies and small children. So yeah. How cool this looks. Alright, let me go ahead and, like I said, take off the plastic wrap. Then we'll inspect the box. Get you guys a closer look at the images on the back. But yes, I saw this. I was like, immediately, I was like, yes, I need this. Now, I remember Pokemon Center had that Kotobukiya, the Latios and the Latias, which I thought was really cute. But they're not my favorite Pokemon. I'm not as attached to Latios and Latias as I am like Arceus, Giratina, Dialga, Palkia. So, that one for me, I was able to hold off on. This one, it reminds me of how I snapped and bought, like, immediately that giant, like the Sea Life Pokemon statue. That's huge. So this is like another episode of Allie where you're gonna put this, be like, answers like, I don't know, but I'll find room for it. Just like that one, just because I have whoopers on it. I'll actually go ahead and link that opening right up there if I remember. Forgive me, I'm ill. That's my excuse here today. Alright, so this is what the front of the box looks like. Very cool artwork. We have a little bit of a close-up here on the side of majestic ARCEUS. The back, or the top, just says ARCEUS. The bottom has nothing going on. And then here on the back, we do have the different views of the statue itself. So this, like I said, Pokemon Center exclusive. This is the only place that you can get it. It says that this figure is rated 14 plus. And looks like I have some tape to cut right here. Alrighty. Let me see. I want to try and keep my packaging in as nice condition as possible. I will say there was not much like bubble wrap or anything in the shipping box, so I'm surprised that it arrived as nice as it did. I do tend to have pretty good experience getting packages from the Pokemon Center, but I'm always a little nervous when collectibles come in. Alright, so it looks like the inner sleeve is just black. There's no display window, so I wasn't expecting anything fancy, but it would have been cool if there was like a, you know, like the temple decor or something in the background. Actually, let me just... actually does have It does have like a Mount Coronet silhouettes in the background. Hold on. So that's pretty neat. That is pretty neat. Like I said, there's no display window to take a look in through the box spots. I suppose you could take this out and have this behind your display. That's just like a nice little extra touch. Well, that's alrighty. So, Arceus himself over here. We do have, ooh, that base looks super cool. All right, we do have our instructions down here at the bottom. I'm gonna go ahead and take these out. And maybe we can use the top-down view. I'll bring it up if it looks like it'll fit. I think it'll be possible. But here is the instructions. They are in Japanese as well as in English and French, actually. Interesting. So it does warn that the product may have sharp edges or points in small parts. Take care to avoid damage to parts or injury when unpacking and handling. Coloring on the product may transfer when assembling. In such cases, gently rub the affected area with a clean eraser to remove the stains. So that's, I think, pretty standard for figures. Watch out for color transfer. Alrighty. Yeah, I think we can go ahead and swap views here. I think we have the space for it. We'll say I'm a bit surprised that we had the space for it. I was expecting to be a little taller. But alright, do we have any tape? We do have some tape along the sides. I'm going to temporarily mute while I pull this apart just because sometimes the pops can be quite large. Okay, so that was pretty noisy. So good thing I did mute. Arceus is contained within his own little bag. And the base is also self-contained. Let's see. This has some tape. So there is going to be some assembly required. Doesn't look like much. Looks like should be pretty simple to get this all set up. It's for larger openings like these that I wish that there was more space. But I think this'll do. Alright. I think this'll do here. Alright, so like I said, Arceus is contained within its own bag. Alright, let's take a look. It looks so cool. Love the sculpt here. Paint looks great, slightly metallic. Very vibrant. Really nice paint job as well. Love the gold, like I said, love the slightly metallic. I guess more pearlescent on the white for Arceus' body. Nice highlights, great face. Very metallic here, metallic underneath. Looking good, looking mighty. And alrighty. So it looks like should be quite easy. Let's go ahead and take out the base. Base looks great with spear pillar. All busted up. Again, the warning about plastic bags. I wonder if that's a USA requirement. I feel like I don't see those warnings on our typical statues. Other Kotobukiya openings that have bags. I don't think I've seen them, so I wonder if that's because PokemonCenter.com is for America. Alrighty. Should be pretty simple. So we have for the feet here. Well, let's take a look at our base first. Not as heavy as you would think. This is a little bit hollow, more plasticky. It looks like it's metal. It looks really nice, but it is pretty lightweight, so that's good to know. Not necessarily light, but lighter than you would expect looking at it, especially because the base is pretty open on the bottom. Love the paint here. Looks very molten. Pillars look great. Nice details on the cracks, the shading, the coloring. Really like that. We can see these slots here for ARCEUS's feet. All right. Slides in pretty gently. Gets in there pretty flush. You can see a little tiny bit of white peeking out there, but from this angle, you cannot see anything. All right, so I'll let you guys keep looking at this top-down view while we finish assembling, and then I'll get rid of this window so we can look at him full screen again. Alrighty, let me see our guide again. There are A, B, C, and D parts. A looks like the Amazon Smile logo. So A goes up in here. Okay. B is the smaller one. B goes towards the front hole here. That one doesn't look like it goes in super flush. I'm nervous though to push too hard just because it seems very delicate. So that one might be sticking out a little bit. Let's see if I can zoom in for you guys. The colors do match, but it's not all the way in. Like I said, a little nervous. I don't want to push on it too much just because I'm worried, like, you know, I push here, maybe cracking or pushing too hard on one of the other bits that are sticking out. But it looks flush at first glance because the colors all match. So just a heads up on that. Part C here is the two-piece. C goes on the front pillar. Okay. That one gets in there pretty nice and flush. Actually, which angle is it supposed to be from? There we go. We just had to twist it down a little bit more. There we go. That's nice. And then D, the last one here. This one looks like a Harry Potter quill or something. D goes in the back. Where is D? D is by the tail somewhere. Ah, D goes right in here. Okay. That makes sense actually based on the design. Alright, very nice. That was very simple, very simple. I like it when things just go in very nicely. Some of them required a little bit of extra wiggling to get in there, like the part C, part B as well, probably. But otherwise, very easy, no hair dryer required, like this gentleman right up here. That was not the most fun experience. Although I know even those vary. Some people in the comments on that video said that they did not have an issue assembling Slifer. So it did say in the instructions if you had trouble on that one to use a hairdryer to warm up the parts a little bit. I needed to, not everybody needs to, but that is like my frame of reference for like pain in the behind assemblies on figures. So let's go ahead and lift up ARCEUS here. This is super cool. This looks sick. This is amazing. This is amazing. To me, it is worth it. To me, it is worth it. I will say, he is a bit pricey. He is a bit pricey compared to what we're seeing on prices on other statues as of late, Mega House gems and whatnot. It does seem to fall in line, especially since you're not having to pay shipping from the Pokemon Center. If you want to take out $25, maybe $30 out of the price tag, think of that as your shipping to lower the cost. Since this does retail $199.99, if you want to think of it like a $175 plus $25 shipping for a giant box, give you a better frame of reference, or, you know, for something you might have to import even higher. So anything over the Pokemon Center website, I think over $25 does ship free. So if you break it up that way, it seems even more reasonable. But I will say that is definitely out of the price range, out of a lot of people's pockets, but it looks great. So if you guys, this is something you're willing to spend that much on an Arceus statue, you just love the god of Pokemon that much, which is completely understandable. You know, I have my Arceus t-shirt. I dressed for the occasion today. Is definitely a really, really nice statue. So I'm going to go ahead and give Arceus here a 10 out of 10. Although, of course, as I say every time I give my reviews, I am biased because if I did not like him, I would not have bought him in the first place. So you're never really going to see a bad score on this channel. I do like to detract from the score that I give when stuff doesn't sit right, it's difficult to assemble, maybe not as cool as the product photos on the original, like either solicit, advertisement, whatever it may be. But no, Arceus looks just as cool as I was hoping. Love, like I said, the paint job. His metallic sheen really does make him stand out from the base. And these, whatever they are, I don't know. But he looks great, looks great, looks great. And so it doesn't quite fit with my Yu-Gi-Oh display I have going on, but after Valentine's Day and I move the romantic Squishmallows, perhaps I can put Arceus up there. I just wish one day I'll get display cases with doors so that way stuff doesn't get dusty. These have stayed pretty okay. I've had to spray them with the compressed air a few times. I don't know how, but it's better because sometimes the type of sealing that we have here in this unit drops stuff. So since there is the top shelf there, it does protect from stuff like that. So I might not actually want to put the Arceus here. This could just be the God shelf, right? We got Yu-Gi-Oh gods. We can have Pokemon God up there. That would actually, you know what? That would be thematically appropriate. So he's too cool to put back in the box. So I guess Arceus is going to go on the shelf behind me because I'm lazy, A. And B, he looks really cool. I don't want to put him away. So yes, I love this Arceus here. Like I said, definitely recommend if it is something you are willing to go for. I would not recommend overextending just because, like I said, I do think he is a little bit pricey. What we normally see from Kotobukiya, I do think it fits within the expected price range. So, but I'm really digging him, really digging him. I wish he was a little bit larger. I will say, I thought he might be a tad larger, but Arceus is super cool. I hope that Pokemon, I mean, my wallet doesn't hope, but like emotionally, I hope that we see more like this. I believe there was that First for Figures Charizard. There was, like I said, the Latios and the Latias. If we keep seeing different mythicals, statues, that would be super cool. Like I said, I would be a big fan of the Diamond Pearl Platinum ones if they did a Giratina, a Dialga, a Palkia. Even if there was like a smaller, like little Lake Trio statue, I would be really into that, especially if they're to scale to each other. That'd be really neat. But yes, really curious to see, because I hadn't heard any rumors about this at all. I just saw Pokemon post on Instagram. They're like, now for sale. I'm like, what? So very, very happy with my purchase and very, very cool. Like I said, I really do recommend. Puts a big smile on my face today after really not feeling so hot, especially between recording videos. I don't know what it was. I had to take like a breather after I recorded the wrestling for the Titan Cards channel. It was weird. I was like, I was talking through the video. I was feeling okay. I sounded weird at the start, but I was feeling all right when it started. But as the video went on, I kept getting progressively more nauseous. I'm like, this doesn't make sense. Talking shouldn't make you nauseous. But I had some of my leftover saltines because I finished my squeeze cheese. As Google said, eat some very boring food like saltines or toast to make me get rid of nausea. So I was like, sure. So took like a 20-minute break. And I was almost gonna like say, oh, I'm gonna skip this opening, but I'm glad I did not. He is so cool. He is too cool to be confined by the box. So very, very pleased with my Arceus. And like I said, I want Pokemon to make more. I'm a big fan of Kotobukiya products in general. I love their Bishojo line. I love their Artifacts J line. I've had actually recently I unboxed the Lucas with Chimchar, and I was like, oh, I'm not gonna just buy a bunch of trainers, but I did pre-order the May and the Brendan coming out. So I'll have more of those Kotobukiya trainers. I actually even have the Lillian Cosmog. I forgot that I'd ordered that one years ago from the Pokemon Center. So I'm a big fan of Kotobukiya stuff in general, not just their Pokemon figures. So they always do quality work. I wasn't worried about it being bad, but I just, you know, it's one of those things where it's like, is Pokemon sometimes has Pokemon tax. You know, sometimes Pokemon stuff is overpriced just by virtue of it being Pokemon, knowing that people will buy it. But in terms of size, quality, sculpt, I think this does fall in line with what you'd expect from figures in that price range for quality and the type of license. So I do recommend, like I said, if you have the budget for it, if you're on the fence and you're like, I don't know if it's really that cool, it is. It is. I do recommend. But I'm curious to hear your guys' thoughts on this new ARCEUS statue in the comments down below. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree? Do you like living vicariously through my questionable purchases? Let me know in the comments down below. I hope that you all enjoyed the opening as always. So if you did, don't forget to hit that like button. And of course, if you're not yet part of the Allie's Treasure Trove family, I'd love for you to join me here. Make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button. But yeah, I think my voice is starting to give out on me a little bit. Like I said, I sound horrible to myself. I'll probably watch this back and not even hear a difference between my normal sound and what I sound like right now. But I'm going to go ahead and wrap things on off. So last thing, but not least here, at the end, I do have to go ahead and give an extra special shout out to all of my patrons over on Patreon. Thank you so much, you all, for going above and beyond with your supports. I really, truly do appreciate it. We do have 10 Gemstone Miners, Andon, Bounty Hunter Breaks, Jack Perez, Keith Mita, Mako, Rees, Sebastian Morency, Shannon Hoon 74, Stephen Olivo, and Stephen Bly. There it goes. There it goes. You guys can hear it just leaving my body. Like, actually, because, you know, I'm talking, but gone. Voice gone. We also have 2 Crystal Collectors, Anthony Ruiz and Jovan. But thank you so much again, though, to all of my patrons, no matter which tier you're on. I really do appreciate your above and beyond support. But that's definitely going to do it for me here in this one. So thank you so much for watching, everybody. Take care, stay safe, and I hope y'all join me next time as we unearth some more treasures here on Allie's Treasure Trove. Bye. That was the worst goodbye ever. That was the weakest bye I've ever had. Bye.